Hello folks, Typhoon Carter here, and I bring to you Smogon Premier League 17. This is semifinals between Pideous of the Circus Maximus Tigers and famous South Sudan diplomat Gilbert Arenas. No, I'm just kidding everybody, it is Marcop of the Cryonicles. Exciting matchup here. Marcop and Pideous have fought each other multiple times in the last several months. Between PEC and Marcop, I mean, they've had Pideous's number for the most part, but this SPL they've kind of split their, or at least Pideous got the jump on Marcop in the regular season, and I believe Marcop actually beat Pideous to send her packing in Invitational for those who follow that series on the DPP Gaming, the Revival Gaming channel. Anyways, enough said about that. Let's just get into this. Anyways, Tyranitar lead, Rotom Wash lead. A couple things that happened here. This is, if you're leading Rotom, this is most certainly a bulky Rotom for the most part. Something like, Specs Rotom on lead generally not advisable because of the fact that a lot of T-Tars on lead are typically of the scarf variety or defensive variety and whatnot, and then but if it's like defensive Rotom, then they'll probably live a crunch, and then it will wisp it and kind of disable it for most of the game for the most part. So I mean, Marcop could be bringing full install, could be bringing like maybe a balance of sorts. Pideous could be bringing a much slower team. Anyways, let's keep going here. Go Will-Wisp turn 1. Maybe this is sub-split. I am not sure. Crunch only doing 45. This tells me that this is a defensive T-Tar. Yeah, that's been very popular this past SPL. And looks like, Marcop and PC did their due diligence. Oh, nice taunt there to prevent hazards from Scarm. Yeah, really, really nice stuff here. And then Flygon's going to come in here. Only got to take 28%. This is most certainly a mixed Flygon. 50% here. Yep. It is a mix gone, but oh, just gotta let that go. I think. Ooh, okay. Gladius gonna come in here. Okay, so that sequence, turn 5, turn 6. Turn 6, you might be thinking, oh man, is Pideous like getting PayPal? No, she is not getting PayPal. The likely reason why Pideous stayed in and did not bullet punch was because she likely assumed that Marcop was going to respect a possible CB bullet punch or like a possible bullet punch KOing, but structurally when you see T-Tar lead, it's like, look, like it could be a possibility, but like if you lose the Flygon, like okay, fair play. And from Marcop's perspective, like yeah, you could, I mean the other option, like if Pideous was really gutsy, was to actually click Pursuit, taking advantage of the fact that Flygon might respect that switch. So, that's another alternate line you could look at. Or you could just play it straight bullet punch, because sometimes there's like no real clear answer to what the best play is. For example, if you swap out and you go Scarm and then it U-turns, well now Pideous has snatched some momentum back. And then, for example, she could go back to T-Tar and, just taunt the Scarm, or, maybe bring out a Trapper, for example, because someone like Scarf Mag on these kind of teams actually kind of makes sense. Anyways, Laia's gonna surf here. So, telling me, and T-Tar's gonna come in, probably gonna get the Pursuit. Drop off, oh, huge Pasho there. And Lucario's gonna come in. Okay, so Pideous. Okay, so it looks like it was not an offensive, or sorry, a defensive team, right? Because those first three members, you could actually reasonably disguise that structure. Now, as for Pideous, bringing out the Lucario, now it's like, okay, like you've clearly shown that, okay, this is very much a full-on offense where you're using the T-Tar lead as a bit of a disguise here, which is good stuff, which is stuff that I am a fan of, like being able to like confuse the structure for your opponent. Whereas for Marcop, I mean, again, This scar I'm showing Stealth Rocks. Oh man, this might be one of those this might be like dual hazard Scarm, like from the back, because usually you do not see Scarm running Stealth Rocks as much because of things like, you need other moves like Brave Bird to say keep breathing honest or whatever. So this could be like back suicide Scarm. I know that's an idea that Crystal is a fan of, but anyways, Lucario's gonna come in, got Calm Mind here, and Marcop got call it out. Makes sense because again, I mean, yeah, Marcop's just playing with balls of steel, and I think staying in there actually makes a lot of sense from Marcop's perspective, likely because I think the way he viewed it was that the T-Tar has already done its job, so this means that it can just, like, it can afford to play for the choke or play for the greed to like punish greed. And I think because like if the Lucario just R-spears, well, it's like, okay, no harm, no foul, because it's already done its job, right? So a fantastic play there from Marcop. Oh, go into, oh, okay, go into Scarm here, interestingly, and oh, just gotta eat this Fire Blast, and oh, it's Akaberry. Okay, that's actually a really nice touch. Big fan of that, and actually a really cool decision there, or rather a cool set choice for Marcop, because of the fact that one, guaranteeing hazards with Akaberry, especially on the kind of team that Marco's running, makes a lot of sense, because when you look at something like Mixed Flygon, generally Mixed Flygon wants layers of hazards. Like, you want spikes, you want Stealth Rocks, you want the full package, right? And because of that, you can effectively use as insurance button of, hey, look, if something like a Heatran staring me down, that as long as it's like not specs, man, I'm at least getting some mileage out of it, or seeing an Infernape for that matter, right? Anyways, Heater's gonna come in here, gonna eat this Earth Power, and does not quite kill the Heatran, but regardless, the T-Tar has put in overtime. And the Rotom's now gonna be able to come in, or Lucario for that matter. Oh, and R-Spheres as well. Oh, okay. Do we see no Life Orb loss? So, okay, so CM Lucario, again, we saw on both sides. There's actually two variations of how you can do this with Lucario. The first one is obviously a Calm Mind, probably with a Resist Berry. I don't know if Pideous ran Life Orb or not. The reason why you might want to run Life Orb is like just the extra damage, but the issue with that is that you're chipping away at your own health. So likely, at least on Marcop's end, is either like maybe something like Lum or like Shuka Berry. Shuka would actually make a lot of sense if you want to say get the jump on something like Fast Gliscor trying to EQ you. If it is Shuka, then it is most likely running something like Hidden Power Ice. If you're not running Hidden Power Ice, the other option, this is something I've experimented with, is running Dark Pulse. Although that's something I think that would probably work better on physical offenses, like, or like Azelf HOs, that kind of thing. But Rowan's gonna come in here, and yep, is Hidden Power Ice. And Rotom's gonna come in here, eat this T-Bone up, and this likely will open the door to a DD-Tar sweep. Oh wait, no, not DD-Tar, what am I saying? Sorry, yeah, okay, sorry. Latias makes sense as a last year. Man, you can tell I am tired, but T-Tar's gonna get sacrificed here. Rowan's gonna come in, probably go Shadow Ball here, and oh no, it's Scarf. Scarf Latias is going to close the game. And good stuff from Marco. Again, a wonderful game to watch. Seeing Calm Mind Lucario on both sides, and again, I think really the turning point for this game was when the Flygon just stayed in and just EQ'd on the Sizz. Because again, like, that was a play that had several different outcomes. Either A, the Scissor Bullet Punch and actually KO'd the Flygon. B, the Flygon player respects the switch, and then, the Scizor clicks Pursuit right as it switches out knowing that it is in range of being KO'd. So that is another option, but I think considering what Marcop had in the back, his play made a lot of sense, because with Bullet Punch, well, guess what? You're just giving Calm Mind Lucario free turns, and you don't want to do that. You're going to draw the Latias in, and then inevitably that's going to draw T-Tar in, and then it will almost certainly get Pursuit trapped. So, you know, it was a very layered decision, or at least a very nuanced decision that you were gonna have to make that early in the game. So good stuff from Marco. I think he just played with balls of steel, but also like on the stay-ins he made, for example, staying in on the Lucario. I think, for example, that's a great example of a calculated risk, where like, you know that, hey, look, my T-Tar's done its job. If Pideous just clicks the big super effective move, then, you know, no harm, no foul. It's done the job that you need it to do. You know, it's things like that, right? And that being said, though, if you guys enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.